Hi everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's episode, we are back with the Reanimator deck. So that was the deck tech in the last episode, and now we are here with the first of the gameplay episodes, and we're playing the rank 37 Vexothermic for the first game of today. So I think we'll just start off one of the islands here, maybe just drop the island on turn 2, just to disguise the fact that we are running black as well. Then we're just going to Telling Time, search up for some Reanimator, for maybe one of our Reanimator cards. We've got Oath of Jace to dump some cards into our graveyard, which is quite nice. So that's a thing. We've got Possessed Skaab to bring back anything that we want to. Maybe if we need to throw something away with Oath of Jace or something like that. So yeah, we got quite a nice opening hand here, which is good to see. Our opponent is running a fat stack, so they're definitely running more than the 60 cards. They're running about 70 maybe. Okay, so choose a card to put into our hand. We'll grab the actually, I think we'll grab both of these because it actually gives us an opportunity to dump both of them into our graveyard with the Oath of Jace, so it works out quite well for me. So I think we'll drop the Drowned Catacomb here. Then we'll play Oath of Jace. So like I said, we're just going to dump both of these directly into our graveyard. So we're going to draw 3 cards. So we're going to get rid of you and you. Perfect. So we've got enough land to bring them back when we eventually find a Reanimator card. So at the moment we're now going to be basically digging for that for the first one. So we won't be able to do it this turn, even if we had one. So that's just obviously not going to work for anything. It's mostly there just to help us dump things into the graveyard. So I think we'll just drop Tower Geist this turn. It's going to allow us to look at the top 2 cards of our deck. One into the graveyard, one into hand. We shall grab the Ever After, I think. Perfect. And it's just going to Fiery Impulse down my Tower Geist. That's fine by me. Don't really care too much for that. So yeah, we can now bring back both Omnath and Sire of Stagnation on turn 6, which is pretty sweet. With the Ever After, of course. So at the moment our opponent isn't really doing a whole hell of a lot, which is good for us. So let's see what we find this turn. So Oath of Jace won't trigger as we have no... okay, so just more mana. So we just drop a Drowned Catacomb. I think we'll just play a Telling Time on our opponent's turn. You know, sift through our library, see what we can find. And then next turn we'll be Ever Aftering the Omnath and the Sire of Stagnation. So let's do this now. We shall grab the... Ooh, what do we grab here? Do I grab Alhammarret and the Oath of Jace maybe? Just so I can put something else into the graveyard? I think that works out quite well. I mean, we could potentially play just Alhammarret without putting it into our graveyard at this point. It's 7 mana, and we've actually got 7 mana available to us, so it's almost tempting just to keep that one, and then maybe just save Oath of Jace in case we draw in something like Ulamog and we want to, drop it into the graveyard. Okay, so we're going to play out the Sunken Hollow here. Skip over our attack phase, and then just Ever After Sire of Stagnation and Omnath. Perfect, so we've got 2 5 toughness creatures, not toughness, 5, so he is going to mill the top 2 cards of his library and we draw 2 cards. So we have found Linvala. It's interesting for him, he's going to wipe that away. Do deal 3 damage to his face. What did we manage to exile? A Solemn Offering and a Declaration in Stone. Okay, so I think this turn what we probably want to do is let's play out Oath of Jace first. That way we can drop in Linvala and Alhammarret maybe. So we're going to draw a few more cards. We're going to get rid of these 2. So we're going to keep this one. Doesn't really matter which, like I said, all we're really using it for is to drop things into the graveyard. So yeah, we'll drop the Linvala and we'll drop in... do we need the island at this point? I think we probably do. So... Alhammarret or Mindwrack? I'm going to put Mindwrack in there just because I feel as though it's probably the least useful of all of these. And we can't actually play out a mana this turn. So I think we're just going to play out Jace and a Sinister Concoction. Or should we have played out Possessed Skaab there? Did I have enough mana for Possessed Skaab? That might be... No, it's 5 mana, isn't it? So yeah, I couldn't have actually played out Possessed Skaab and then brought back Ever After. So that's a thing. So do have Necromantic Summons next turn to potentially bring back Omnath, and then we can then think about bringing back Linvala. Okay, so he has actually managed to pull out a Chandra. So he is just sweeping away Jace. That seems a bit aggressive. That seems a bit unnecessary just to clear away a Jace there, I'm going to be honest. Especially as I'm about to, you know, Necromantic Summons a Omnath, so that's a thing. I'm just going to drop that Swamp so we can actually trigger him straight away and then get the second Elemental, which is quite nice. Next turn we're going to drop the Possessed Skaab, bring back the Ever After. Yeah, where is it? Can't see it. Where's it gone? It hasn't been exiled, has it? I can't see it. I'm sure it should be in our graveyard somewhere. I'm a little bit confused. I can't actually see Ever After. That's weird. Where's it gone? Oh no, it goes to the bottom of our library, doesn't it? I forgot about Ever After. It doesn't go into the graveyard. It goes to the bottom of the your library instead. Yeah, I was like, where the hell's Ever After gone? And I've forgotten that it's like it's the one Reanimator card which instead gets shuffled to the bottom of our library instead of going into our graveyard. So yeah, we could play Possessed Skaab and then maybe pick up another Necromantic Summons. We could also play Alhammarret. So what's he going to do here? So he has just decided to toss away his entire library. So he has actually got an Avacyn in there as well. So he's got an Anguish Unmaking. So he's going to try and kill our... what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, he's going to try and kill our Omnath. So what we're going to do is instead destroy it and then deal the 3 damage at Chandra's face instead. Reason being that we can actually then bring it back as well instead of it being exiled. So that was actually quite a unique way of using the Sinister Concoction there. I feel quite impressed with myself for actually doing that. So we've got another Sinister Concoction, which is quite nice. So first of all, we're just going to swing with our 5/5. Probably then play out Possessed Skaab, bring back the Necromantic Summons, wherever it's gone. Yeah, there it is. And then probably play out Sinister Concoction as well. And we've got our Alhammarret in hand in case we need to play out another creature. So yep, let's grab Necromantic Summons. And then we just may as well just play you out as well, in case we need to. So yeah, that was a really good way of actually using Sinister Concoction. I'm almost impressed with myself there. So he's down at 10 health. Let's see what happens. So I almost want to play out Alhammarret next turn just to stop him playing something in his hand. Such as another sweeper, like Planar Outburst. I mean, we could also bring back Avacyn as well, just to be really funny. You know, dig into his graveyard as well. Has he got anything else worth bringing back? Okay, so again, he's going to probably destroy my Elemental, I would assume. Yes, he is. So Ob's probably just dead this turn. Because we're just going to swing with our Possessed Skaab at Ceaseless. And then I might just play out Alhammarret at this point, just not bother with the Necromantic Summons. Instead I can bring back Omnath again, and what's what I'm looking for? So, drop the Submerged Boneyard. Oh, what am I doing? I didn't want to play that. Oh my god, you idiot. Let's just try and kill Ob this turn first. I think would be a good idea. What's he got then? Celestial Flare. Okay, interesting. So maybe we should have played our Alhammarret first, but hey ho. Let's play you out now. I mean, he won't be able to destroy our Alhammarret this turn with Ob anyway, so yeah, let's stop him playing Kalitas, would be a good idea. So we can play Call of the Gatewatch to find himself a creature. So he's playing a pretty similar deck to what we were playing, Devouring Flames. Deal 5. Okay, that's interesting. So he suddenly was able to you know, top deck the perfect card there. Do we have just wondering if we've got, what's it called? I was hoping we might have a Gaia's Revenge in our deck somewhere, but it turns out we don't, so you're just going to get destroyed this turn. May as well just toss away Possessed Skaab here. Just destroy Kalitas straight away. Okay. So we're going to grab Oath of Jace here. Ooh, another Possessed Skaab. That's quite nice. So we are going to bring back... yeah, may as well bring back Omnath again. Why the hell not? So we can just Possess Skaab, grab another Necromantic Summons if we need to. If we try to destroy it, good for him. He obviously will then lose his Ceaseless. We're just going to bring it back again with the Possessed Skaab and the Necromantic Summons. Okay, so he's calling the Gatewatch, looking for a Planeswalker. I'm trying to think if there's like a better card. Okay, he's found Sorin, which is interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can play Sorin this turn. He's going to destroy. He's going to destroy my Omnath. And then he's just going to play out Sorin. Yeah, do we get something here? So he's going to +1 Sorin. So what's he going to draw? Exquisite Firecraft, so we lose 3 health there. Could almost do with finding Ulamog at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we've got 1 Necromantic Summons here. So what do we grab? Yeah, why the hell not? We'll grab you. Got Possessed Skaab to bring back another one in a minute. So he would have to completely destroy Sorin here to actually beat down Omnath. So we'll see if he does that. He would get 7 health back from it, to be fair, so it might be worth it in his opinion. Otherwise he could possibly be dead. What else did he have in hand? I don't know. So he's just going to +1 Sorin here. Finds a Needle Spires, not particularly useful. And he's got Exquisite Firecraft pointing at my face. Sorry, my okay, then he's just got the Radiant Flames. That's what I'm looking for. So what do we deal 3 damage to? We'll deal it to his face. Reason being is that we can bring back Omnath again at some point, and then just hopefully kill. What's what I'm looking for? It's go to his face. So let's go play the Possessed Skaab out here. Bring back Necromantic Summons, that's what I'm looking for. And then we're also going to drop Prized Amalgam this turn, just to give us a second creature. So he can't kill both of these with his minus, so see what he does. So obviously just got rid of his board wipe and Radiant Flame, so he has a Ravaging Blaze, so it's gonna, which one's he pointing at? I'm guessing Possessed Skaab. So he's going to do 8 damage to my face. Okay, so he's gone for my Prized Amalgam. Interesting. So we're down at 7 health here. So if he +1s, he has to mine. He basically at this point he has to -2 Sorin to kill my Possessed Skaab. So I think he's just about hung in here. I'm not sure we can actually win at this point. So what do we got? Let's have a think about this. Do we go for Linvala? No, because we've got more health than him. Avacyn doesn't really help. Neither does Kalitas. Is there anything he can't kill? Sire of Stagnation could work here because he can't actually kill it by minusing Sorin here. So I'm actually tempted to go for Sire of Stagnation here, just because he can't minus exit enough. Actually comes down as a 7-9. Oh yeah, nothing would have been able to destroy it there. What am I thinking? But it doesn't really matter anyway. Oh yeah, we also get Prized Amalgam back as a Brucey bonus there. Any of you that are of a certain age and outside of the UK will not understand what Brucey bonus is. I'm sure I've said it on video before, but it just comes from one of our quite famous British TV presenter called Bruce Forsyth. So he didn't manage to get the +1 ability there. So what's he going to Fiery Impulse? I'm guessing my Prized Amalgam. I mean, if I were him at this point, I would... No, he can't actually minus X Sorin because he's already +1 to him, which was an interesting choice there. So he's possibly lost at this point. Unless he's got some other way of dealing with my Sire of Stagnation. So what I'm going to do here is actually play out Tower Geist. I don't know if this will actually work or not, but... Okay, pieces of the puzzle kind of works for me. So we're going to swing with Sire of Stagnation at his face. We're going to go for the win here. I'm hoping he doesn't have... what am I thinking of? Sacrifice an attacking or blocking creature? Oh no, he's got his Needle Spires, hasn't he? So that'll keep him in the game for at least one more turn. So obviously then going to destroy his Needle Spires. I'd forgotten about that. So let's just play pieces of the puzzle out here. We've almost milled ourselves down. That's how crazy we've gone through this this deck. So obviously I'm hoping for maybe... okay, Languish is okay. We do have a Prized Amalgam. Languish we don't really want to use, but... so it all comes down to this. What's he got? Is he going to +1 Sorry or minus Sorry? No, he's going to +1 Sorry. He's going to try and go for the kill here. Finds a Grasp of Darkness, so he loses 2 health. If he's got an Exquisite Firecraft in hand, that wasn't enough. It's a very similar tech to what we were running last week, really, isn't it? With things like the Radiant Flames, the Planeswalkers. Devouring Flames is something I wasn't playing with, but yeah, this is a very, very similar tech to what we were running last week. Okay, so what are we going to find? Haha, we found Ulamog and we can actually cast him, so 1 and 2, just to be on the safe side here. And there we go, excellent. So we found Ulamog just at the right time there, able to get rid of Sorin. So yeah, nice win for game number 1. I'll see you in a sec, guys. Okay, here we are for game number 2. We're playing the rank 32 Abel. So he's got a slightly bigger than usual deck. We're actually going to keep this hand, mostly because we've got the Sinister Concoction and the double telling time, so it's quite a nice way to sift through our deck. We do have the Prized Amalgam, so we can drop that, you know, reasonably early. And then start using it as a blocker, which we can then reanimate later on, stuff like that. So yeah, this guy has got a 61 card deck basically, which is kind of odd. So he's starting off with an Evolving Wilds and just popping that straight away. Okay. So he's got red mana. So we'll drop an island here so we can actually, you know, play one of the telling times if we need to. We'll save the Submerged Boneyard for later on. So with the telling time, we're obviously looking for a Reanimator spell, some way of dumping spells into our graveyard. So let's play you out. What I like about telling times, we don't have to reveal anything. So yeah, we'll grab the Ever After. We'll also grab the Jace. Okay, so we'll play out the island here, and then Jace. Yep, we went with the double blue rather than the black, so we can still cold open and threaten with the Sinister Concoction. We would have to toss something away, so I'd possibly be thinking of maybe just tossing the Prized Amalgam away. So like I said, we can bring that back later on. It's not too much of a problem. It's usually a bonus for when we... okay, so we're just outright Exquisite Firecrafting Jace. Seems like a bit of a waste, but what do I know? I'm not going to complain. I'd rather him use up a Exquisite Firecraft and a Jace than on my face later on. So, and we're just rhyming. I'm a poet and I did not know it. So we've got another telling time here, so we'll use this to search up again. Fevered Visions is potentially okay for us, as you know, we're not too worried about life early game. So what do we want here? Ugh, that's just horrible. Yeah, let's grab all of that. Why not? So, not entirely sure what kind of deck he's running yet. Maybe it's similar to our mill deck that we're playing. Okay, so we'll just play out the Swamp here. Why the hell not? We'll play out the Prized Amalgam. Reason being is that, you know, we've not really got anything else we can play, so why wouldn't we play this out now? Plus, the Fevered Visions shouldn't actually deal any damage to us because we've... Hang on, so if the player... Oh, it's 4 or more cards, yeah, because we've obviously drawn that additional... Because we've just drawn the 4th card from the Fevered Visions, that did actually then put us up to the 4 card limit. Okay, so he has got the Majoring Bully, so it's not something I possibly want a Sinister Concoction yet. And he's got Boulder Salvo, deals 4 damage to target creature. Okay, whatever. So, yeah. So we'll take that because, you know, we've got ways of bringing it back in a minute, so... So he's just drawn himself an extra card there. Okay, so we'll play out the Sunken Hollow. Anything we want to bring back? Not particularly. I mean, I could, in theory, Sinister Concoction, Majoring Bully, and then Necromantic Summons him. Toss away something like the island, which I'm not really using. mean, we're not doing anything else this turn, so why not? What else do we want to toss away there? Gaea's Revenge. Oh, even better. Fantastic. That worked out like an absolute dream, that did. And it comes down as a 10-7. Oops-a-daisy, did not mean to stop the timer there. That was a bit silly of me. I was hoping to just attack with all there. There we go. I can't believe that. Sinister Concoction dumps a Gaea's Revenge into our graveyard off the top and allows us to swing with it for 10 damage. Look at that. You couldn't make that stuff up. Plus we don't trigger the Fevered Visions this turn as we managed to empty out our hand enough. And we get our lovely Prized Amalgam back. So what we've got in our graveyard now, we do have Jace in there. This is pretty much immune from any of his burn spells, which is quite nice. Can't think of any spell in a red-blue deck which could actually bother Gaea's Revenge. Still can't believe that. That's an incredible off the top into the graveyard. Traitorous Instinct, I'm guessing he's going to grab my Prized Amalgam. Like I said, he can't do it on Gaea's Revenge because it can't be touched by any of his spells, which is kind of bonkers. If he can't deal with it this turn, he doesn't have any creatures to block. Yeah, he's just lost. So that was awesome. Gaea's Revenge into the graveyard off the top, 2 Necromantic Summons. So yeah, we'll move on to game number 3. Okay, here we are for the third and probably final game of the day. As I've been recording for about 21 minutes now, so this is a pretty trash tier opening hand. This is no better. Oh god. We're going to keep this one because otherwise I don't really want to mulligan down more. We've got the Telling Time, so we could potentially be alright. We're going to pray that we draw into a second mana basically to play out the Telling Time. We've got 2 turns to do so. Is basically the way this is going. Actually, we've only got 1 turn. I just realised that I am on the play rather than on the draw, so that was a horrible set of mulligans there. I think I should have kept, what was it, like the first hand maybe? Mana? Nope. Yeah, we are a little bit screwed at this point then. Yeah, we're completely mana screwed. So this was not a good way to finish off. You know, we could still be alright. Like, this could work out. We could end up, like, drawing so many cards that we just have to we're forced to toss away some of our creatures. Mana? Nope. So, yeah, we are still completely mana screwed at this point. So if we find that second mana, we should be okay, as we do have the Telling Time to then start sifting through our library. So he has got himself an Indulgent Aristocrat, so it looks like we are playing Madness Vampires, I'm assuming. Mana, rubbing the deck. Nope, still not got the mana we need. So at this point, we're just going to start throwing things into the graveyard. So first of all, it's going to be Gaea's Revenge. So yeah, this is not the best way to start off with this deck. Like I said, I think as soon as we find that second mana, we're going to be alright, as we've got the Telling Time to search up for more. Hopefully our opponent is mana screwed as well, would be nice. Okay, looks like we might be okay here. So, second mana, excellent. So we're now okay, we've got the Telling Time to activate. Should hopefully get us the 3rd/4th mana, or one of our cards which will allow us to keep searching further. Something like the Oath of Jace would be quite nice. Could also do with maybe finding a Languish as well. Would be awesome. And then we're just going to Telling Time here. So we're back on track now, I feel. Okay, excellent. So yeah, we want the double swamp here, would be awesome. So we're doing nothing this turn. We will be getting Tower Geist down next turn, however. And that should allow us to search up even further. So yeah, at this point, we are doing okay. I mean, it would have been nice if we found one of those manas earlier, but, you know, you get what you're given. So we've got an Incorrigible Youth. So at this point, I would love to just get a Languish off the top. Otherwise, we're going to be in for a bit of a world of pain for a couple of turns. Tower Geist is going to be useful. If we don't get a Languish, I will be playing you to act as a chump blocker. So basically at this point need a 5th mana, I feel. Yep, we'll take the swamp. As is more useful than the Necromantic Summons, of which we already have 2. So I'm probably going to start off with... Oh yeah, we're going to have to bring back Gaea's Revenge, I think. And he's just going to Reave Soul my Tower Geist, unfortunately. So I'm going to take another 5 damage here, at the very least. So yeah, we're gonna Necromantic Summons a Gaea's Revenge to act as a blocker. Seems a bit silly, but hey ho. We do have a 6 mana next turn just to play out Sire of Stagnation. Let's just drop Gaea's Revenge. We'll use you as a blocker here against the Incorrigible Youths. We don't want to swing because that would be foolish. So you can't target this with any of his removal, which is nice. You can't Active Treason a Gaea's Revenge. Can you not read it? It's untargetable by non-green spells or abilities. It's the whole reason why it's that awesome and such a pain in the ass. So I'm probably going to play out... I'd love to get our Alhammarret down just because... How much mana would that give us? How much mana would we need? We still need like 2 more mana to play out our Alhammarret to stop him using maybe his Treason cards. So yeah, this is like the perfect blocker right now. See, I know he's got traitor spells in there now, so I've got to be careful about him playing them out. Is he going to swing? He's going to swing both of these, so I'm just going to block the Incorrigible Youths, of course. Let the 1 damage go through. And he's going to Languish. Okay, but at least we have a Necromantic Summons to re-drop a Gaea's Revenge, which is quite nice. So this is working out for me at the moment. So yeah, we're just going to re-Necromantic Summons our Gaea's Revenge. Thank you very much. Skip attack, keep it as a blocker. Just acting as a very glorified blocker right now. So I think next turn we probably want to play out our Alhammarret, just like, you know, from our hand. Will allow us to... So he's got Twins of Moria Estate, so that's a 3/5 creature. So our Alhammarret's going to allow us to stop him playing out any of his kind of like his steal spells. We'll have a good look at his hand, see what else he's got. I want to be careful basically at this point about what I play out. Okay, so we're going to play out our Alhammarret. What's he got? So he's got Chandra's Ignition, Active Treason, and Twins of Moria Estate. So yeah, we're going to stop him playing his Active Treason. Skip attack here. So at this point, I'm not too scared about Chandra's Ignition, as it can't actually kill any of our creatures because they're out of range of like the Twins of Moria Estate and any other kind of vampire that he might have. So he can't play out any Active Treason, which is good for us because of the Alhammarret, which is nice. That's basically what I wanted to do there, was kind of save that. So I can't use you as a blocker basically because I can't risk him then just dropping Chandra's Ignition on top of... So what's he got? Okay, so I just lost 3 life there. So I'm down at 4. So all he really needs now at this point is an Exquisite Firecraft. We got anything worth bringing back at this point? Not really. I mean, I could rise from the grave, say his Incorrigible Youths as an extra swinger, potentially. If I had the Necromantic Summons, I'd almost be tempted to play get Incorrigible Youths just because it would allow me to trade with the Twins of Moria Estate there. Yeah, this guy is a little bit confused about what he wants to do here. He can't really swing because I just block it, and then he doesn't really have anything that he can drop Chandra's Ignition on top of anyway. Okay, so that's good for us. So let's drop an island here. I think we're just going to drop Sire of Stagnation this turn. So I'm going to swing with our Alhammarret, just because it's obviously above his head. He can't block it. And I'm just going to drop Sire of Stagnation after that. Excellent. So unless he's got any more steel spells... Okay, so I'm down to 1 health at this point. It's not particularly good. Just trying to think if there's anything that helps me out right about now. Prized Amalgam does not really help. Could rise from the grave, say, my Tower Geist. So at this point, I'm kind of just... Oh, I've just realised he's got Enchanted Ignition, so I'm actually dead. Yeah, I remembered he's got it in hand, so I can't actually do anything here. So, yeah, that's a shame. I've just realised I can't actually win at this point. If I had some way of nuking either of these, I'd be okay. But unfortunately, I know he's got Enchanted Ignition in hand, so I know that I'm just dead. So yeah, he can just nuke my board at this point. And I knew that anyway, so I didn't see the point in not swinging, because I knew that he could just point that 1 damage through from the Enchanted Ignition. So yeah, that's an unfortunate loss. So I just concede here, knowing that what he's got in hand. So it was a pretty good first couple of games, and then I just got a bit mana screwed. You know, got a bit unlucky with the draw there on the final game, but I almost brought it back. Just unfortunately, he was running a very weird, odd version of the Madness Vampires with some kind of spells and stuff thrown in there as well, like some steel spells and things like that. But yeah, I'll leave it here for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.